Shigeaki, I'll never forget this one patient, an 82-year-old retired teacher named Margaret. She'd been exercising daily, walking her dog, even doing light resistance bands, but her legs kept getting weaker. She told me, "Doc, I'm doing everything right, but I still feel like I'm losing muscle." Then one small change, something she started adding to her morning glass of water, turned everything around.
Let me guess, Howard, it wasn't a protein shake or another supplement?
Not even close. It was lemon. Just fresh lemon, used in a very specific way. Within weeks, she noticed her morning stiffness fading, her balance improving, and her energy coming back. And that's what got me digging deeper. What if something as simple as lemon could actually speed up muscle recovery in seniors, faster than exercise alone?
I love that story because it captures what we often overlook: the chemistry of simple, natural foods. Lemon isn't just a fruit, it's a biological activator. Inside every drop is a surge of citric acid and vitamin C, both essential for collagen synthesis and muscle repair.
And here's where it gets fascinating. Most people think muscle strength after 60 is only about protein or workouts. But studies from Kyoto University and the NIH are showing that vitamin C and the compounds in lemon actually stimulate mitochondria, the little energy factories inside your muscles. That means your body literally rebuilds faster, especially when you pair it with light movement or protein.
Exactly. And the best part, lemon water triggers a mild alkaline response in the body, helping reduce inflammation that blocks muscle growth. It's not about the lemon itself, it's about how it changes the environment inside your body.
So, in this episode, we're going to break down the science behind this 5-minute lemon remedy, how it reactivates dormant muscle fibers, and the exact way to use it for maximum benefit.
And I'll explain why Japanese longevity clinics have used a similar tonic for decades, with results that shocked even researchers at Tokyo Medical University.
All right, Shigeaki, you've got everyone's attention now. Let's get straight to the science. How on earth can lemon water, something so simple, rebuild muscle faster than exercise alone?
Howard, it begins with how aging changes our cells. After 60, our muscle cells lose something called mitochondrial efficiency. Those mitochondria are like the engines that power every muscle fiber. When they slow down, energy production drops, repair slows, and muscles stay weak even after exercise. But here's the twist. Lemon's natural compounds actually wake up those engines.
You mean literally jumpstart the mitochondria?
Exactly. The citric acid in lemon feeds into the Krebs cycle, the core of cellular energy production. It helps convert nutrients from your food into usable energy. Think of it like giving your muscles a cleaner fuel line. And when that process runs smoothly, your cells can rebuild and recover far faster.
That explains why my patient started feeling stronger without adding more exercise. She was fueling her recovery at a cellular level.
Yes, and the vitamin C inside lemon does something equally critical. It's the cofactor your body needs to make collagen. Collagen forms the scaffolding for muscle and connective tissue. Without enough vitamin C, muscles can't anchor or repair properly after even mild strain.
That reminds me of a study from the University of Tokyo. Seniors with higher vitamin C intake showed nearly 30% better muscle retention over 5 years compared to those who were deficient.
Exactly. And when you combine that with the antioxidant effect, you're lowering the inflammation that blocks muscle signals. Remember, inflammation is like static in a radio. The message to rebuild gets lost. Lemon clears that static.
So, in essence, we're not talking about a miracle fruit. We're talking about chemistry that works with your body's natural repair system.
Correct, and it's gentle. Unlike high-dose supplements, lemon's nutrients are absorbed slowly and efficiently. That's why Japanese physicians often recommend it after mild exercise or during breakfast. The timing lets the nutrients enter the bloodstream when muscle cells are most receptive.
And that's what makes it so perfect for seniors. It's not about overexertion, it's about optimization. You're using nature's simplest tools to trigger your body's most powerful repair response.
Yes, give your body the right signals, and it remembers how to rebuild itself. No gym, no strain, just intelligent nourishment. Coming up next, we'll dive into how to prepare and use this lemon remedy the right way, the timing, the temperature, and the secret pairing that makes its effects multiply. Stay tuned.
All right, Shigeaki, let's get practical. I know everyone listening right now is thinking, okay, but how do I actually do this lemon remedy?
That's the best question, Howard, because the how determines whether it becomes medicine or just a drink. Most people squeeze lemon into cold water, take a sip, and walk away. But to activate muscle repair, there's a very specific rhythm to it.
Rhythm? You mean timing actually changes how the body uses it?
Absolutely. Your muscle cells are most receptive to repair signals early in the morning, especially within 30 minutes after waking. That's when your metabolism is shifting from rest to activity. The mitochondria are waking up too, so the first thing you want is a glass of warm water, not cold. Warmth tells your digestive system, we're starting the day.
So the temperature is part of the trigger. That makes sense. Most seniors I know start their morning sluggish. A warm drink almost acts like an internal switch.
Exactly. Now, squeeze half a fresh lemon into that warm water. Don't use bottled juice. The enzymes in fresh lemon are alive. They help unlock minerals stored in your tissues overnight. If you really want to amplify the effect, add a pinch of sea salt or a teaspoon of raw honey. That combination supports electrolytes and glycogen replenishment, fuel for muscle repair.
I love that. Simple ingredients, but each one serving a role. The honey adds energy for your muscles. The salt keeps hydration balanced.
And here's the secret pairing most people miss. Combine it with a small amount of protein, like Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or even a handful of nuts. Vitamin C enhances protein absorption and triggers collagen synthesis. That's how the lemon talks to your muscles.
So this isn't a cleanse or detox. It's a cellular primer. You're priming your muscles to rebuild stronger.
Precisely. And the effect compounds over time. Studies from the Japanese Society of Gerontology show that seniors who began their day with vitamin C-rich tonics saw better muscle recovery after light movement compared to those who only exercised.
So, 5 minutes in the morning, warm water, fresh lemon, a touch of salt or honey, and a bit of protein. That's all it takes to kickstart muscle regeneration.
That's it. It's not magic, it's biology done right. The key is consistency. Do it daily, and within weeks you'll notice better balance, lighter steps, and even sharper focus.
Shigeaki, earlier you mentioned that the lemon remedy works even better when paired with gentle movement. Can you explain why that combination is so powerful for seniors?
Absolutely, Howard. Think of it this way. Lemon primes the engine, and movement turns the key. The vitamin C and natural electrolytes from the lemon water prepare your cells to receive oxygen more efficiently. Then, when you move, whether it's a 5-minute stretch or a short walk, you're sending fresh oxygen straight into those awakened cells. That's when repair accelerates.
So the lemon isn't replacing exercise, it's amplifying what little you do.
Exactly. Seniors often feel discouraged because heavy workouts leave them sore or exhausted. But light movement, done consistently, paired with the right internal chemistry, can rebuild strength faster than overtraining ever could. The goal isn't intensity, it's communication between your cells and your muscles.
That's such an empowering idea. I had a patient, 78 years old, who started doing slow heel raises after her morning lemon drink. Within 2 weeks, she said, "Doctor, my legs don't feel like stone anymore."
That's the perfect example. When muscles are nourished and circulation improves, even small movements become deeply effective. Lemon's antioxidants reduce oxidative stress inside muscle tissue, so every contraction does more good and causes less damage. It's like upgrading from rusty wires to gold conductors. The signal moves cleanly and recovery is faster.
And for those listening who can't go out for long walks, even seated stretches or toe pumps would work, right?
Completely. The key is rhythm, gentle, repeated movement, just flexing the ankles, raising the heels, or rotating the wrists after that warm lemon drink creates a surge in microcirculation. The body interprets it as renewal, not strain.
That explains why people who combine this ritual with simple movement often notice more than stronger muscles. They report better mood and clearer thinking too.
Exactly, Howard, because circulation isn't just about muscle. It nourishes the brain, heart, and skin. In Japan, many longevity clinics start their day with what's called ase no reimochi, or morning awakening. It's a short session of mindful breathing and limb activation, right after a vitamin C tonic. It resets the entire system for the day.
So, for everyone listening, don't separate nutrition from movement. When you blend them, your body listens, adapts, and rebuilds faster than you imagined possible.
Perfectly said. And in the next segment, we'll reveal the unexpected reason lemon helps protect aging muscles from hidden enemies, like chronic acidity and stress hormones, something most people never connect to muscle loss.
Shigeaki, earlier you mentioned that lemon helps protect muscles from hidden enemies, like acidity and stress hormones. Most people think acidity just affects digestion. How does it relate to muscle loss?
Great question, Howard. Inside the body, acidity is more than a stomach issue. When your tissues become too acidic, a condition called low-grade metabolic acidosis, your body tries to neutralize it by drawing minerals like calcium and magnesium out of your bones and muscles. Over time, that weakens both. And here's the twist. As we age, our kidneys lose efficiency in clearing acids from the bloodstream. So even a mild imbalance can start breaking muscle tissue quietly.
That's fascinating. So you're saying the body literally steals from its own reserves to keep the blood balanced?
Exactly. And that's why lemon is such a gift to older adults. Even though it tastes acidic, once metabolized, it becomes alkaline. It provides potassium citrate, which neutralizes excess acid and protects muscle proteins from being broken down for fuel. It's one of those rare cases where something sour leaves a soothing effect inside.
That's incredible. And it makes sense now why so many seniors who drink soda or eat processed foods experience faster muscle loss. They're unknowingly feeding chronic acidity.
Correct. Soft drinks, refined sugar, and even too much coffee can tilt your system acidic. Lemon helps restore that internal balance. It's like pouring cool water on a slow-burning fire that's been smoldering for years. And when the acid load drops, cortisol, the body's stress hormone, also calms down.
I've seen that connection firsthand. Patients under chronic stress lose muscle faster, even when they eat enough protein. So, by reducing acidity, you're actually lowering the body's stress response too.
Precisely. Cortisol triggers muscle breakdown when it stays elevated for long periods. But when you start your day hydrated, alkaline, and nourished, cortisol naturally dips. That's why people who do the lemon ritual report not just stronger legs, but a calmer mood and clearer focus.
So, in a way, lemon isn't just rebuilding muscle, it's restoring inner chemistry. You're stabilizing the whole system from the ground up.
That's the true power of nature's design. Modern science is just catching up to what traditional Japanese and Mediterranean medicine have known for centuries. Balance creates strength.
Beautifully said. In our next segment, we'll talk about how long it takes to see visible changes and what small mistakes can block these results without seniors realizing it. Because the difference between no results and real transformation can come down to just one habit. Stay with us. All right, Shigeaki, I can already imagine people listening, thinking, this sounds amazing, but how long before I actually feel or see a difference? What do you tell your patients?
I tell them this, Howard, your body is always listening. For most seniors who start the lemon ritual daily, the first change comes within the first 2 weeks. Not in muscle size, but in sensation. You'll notice less heaviness in the legs, better energy upon waking, and improved digestion. The visible tone and firmness follow later, usually around the 6 to 8 week mark, once the body has replenished collagen and restored cellular hydration.
That makes sense. Healing begins inside before it ever shows on the outside. And I've seen that same pattern in my own patients who stick to consistent habits rather than chasing quick fixes.
Exactly. Consistency is everything. Lemon therapy works through accumulation. The more regularly you give your body the right environment, the more responsive it becomes. But there are a few common mistakes that block progress, even when people mean well.
Let me guess, using bottled lemon juice?
Laughs. That's the biggest one. Bottled juice is often pasteurized, stripped of its enzymes, and loaded with preservatives. It won't have the same biological impact as fresh lemon. The second mistake is temperature. If you drink it ice cold, you shock your digestive tract and slow nutrient absorption. Warm or room temperature always works better for seniors.
What about timing?
Another important point. Drinking it right after a heavy meal dilutes stomach acid and interferes with digestion. The ideal time is early morning, before breakfast, or at least an hour after eating. Think of it as a reset, not a chaser.
And I'd imagine people shouldn't overdo it either.
Correct. More isn't better. 1 or 2 lemons a day is plenty. Too much acid, especially without enough water, can irritate tooth enamel. That's why I always suggest rinsing your mouth afterward or using a straw.
So the key is balance. Warm water, fresh lemon, consistency, and timing.
Exactly. And here's the encouraging part. Your muscles don't forget. Even if someone has felt weak for years, once you start sending the right signals, hydration, alkaline minerals, gentle movement, the body remembers how to rebuild. It's like reviving a song it used to know.
You know, Shigeaki. As we wrap up, I keep thinking about Margaret, the patient who started this whole conversation. All she did was add 5 minutes to her morning routine. No pills, no complicated workout plan, just lemon, water, and awareness. And within weeks, she began walking with confidence again.
That's the beauty of it, Howard. Healing doesn't always begin with something dramatic. It often begins quietly, with one small decision done consistently. The body never truly forgets how to heal. It only waits for the right conditions to begin again.
And what I love most about this is how accessible it is. Anyone listening right now, whether they're 60 or 90, already has the tools. A glass, a lemon, and 5 minutes. That's it.
Yes, and it's not just about the muscles. This small ritual tells your body, I'm still paying attention. You reconnect with yourself. You start noticing how your body responds when you care for it intentionally. That awareness alone changes how people age.
I've always believed that longevity isn't about avoiding age. It's about mastering it. And mastery comes from understanding these small, powerful choices. This lemon remedy may sound simple, but it represents something profound. A reminder that strength doesn't vanish. It just needs an invitation to return.
Perfectly said. In Japan, we have a phrase, kaizen. It means continuous, gentle improvement. That's what this is. You're not forcing the body to change. You're guiding it slowly, kindly, every morning.
So to everyone listening, start tomorrow. Warm water, fresh lemon, a pinch of salt or honey if you like, and a few deep breaths as you sip. Do it before your first movement of the day. It's not just a drink, it's a message to your body that you're still in charge.
And remember, progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from presence.
Beautifully put. If this episode inspired you, share it with someone who needs hope or a simple way to feel stronger again. Because sometimes the smallest rituals hold the greatest power.
Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and remember, your body is still listening.
This is Dr. Howard Tucker and Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, signing off from the Best Life Senior podcast.